Hey guys, what's going on? This is Alex over here at My Freedom Smokes, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at a brand new smoke product. And I know I'm going to be corrected in the comments. Is it SMOK or is it SMOK? Tell me in the comments. Either way, this one is called the Stick 1 Plus Kit. And to be honest, when I got handed this today, I couldn't help but chuckle at the name, Stick 1 Plus. It just seems like they kind of picked the big buzzwords for all the sub-ohm devices out right now and just crammed it all into one and was like, here's the new title, you know, Stick 1 Plus Kit. Anyway, so after I stopped laughing at the title, I actually took it apart, filled it up and used it, and I really do recommend it. Very easy filling. You don't screw the top off, you don't screw the bottom off. It's a simple click to the side, like so. And you swoop it right back over, give it a little push, and it locks right back into place. And that's where you fill your tank. You're gonna see a little crevice right over here. And what that is that is your juice intake. You fill that part up and make sure to avoid getting any liquid in that center hole because that's where your airflow is. You don't want liquid in there because it's gonna shoot in your mouth, taste really bad, and you're not gonna like it, okay? So just make sure you're filling it through the tiny little crescent-shaped hole right there. And when you're finished, like I said, just push it back. And it wants to stop right there, but if you look, there's still that little bit of a gap. Make sure you give it a good little press, like so. Now, it takes a lot for it to get locked in place, but not that much for it to get unlocked. So I really don't recommend putting this in your purse or your pocket because you don't want the top sliding off and then juice getting everywhere. It's not gonna be fun for anyone, so just don't do that, okay? So after you get it all filled, number one, make sure your coil is good and tight in the base. I didn't do that. I filled it up before lunch break. I came back and it was completely empty. All the liquid had gone into the base because the coil was not tight. So if you wind up running into that issue, it's not a defective tank. Just make sure your coil is good and screwed into the base. And after that, I mean, you've got your adjustable airflow right here, and you've just got a single button on the front, kind of like a traditional Ego style battery. And on the back is your micro USB for charging and pass through. Click the button 5 times to turn it on and off. And there's supposed to be a little light that lets you know that it's on, like, you know, when you press and hold it. To be honest, it's extremely faint. Just in my office with normal lighting, it was very hard to see. I kind of had to, you know, give it some of that to make sure it was actually on. So if you're in a very brightly lit area, you're not gonna see that light. But like I said, when you press it 5 times, it's gonna flash, letting you know it's on or off. I've got it on right now. This is a Max VG liquid, and I've got my airflow set wide open. So let's give it a try, see what happens. A nice, good lung inhale with really good flavor. I definitely like this. You get some really good flavor out of the tank, and that's not something you usually get with a smoke product. No one here has really been a fan of smoke, but this is actually really good. Now for me, I probably wouldn't stick with this battery, mainly because I like to have a little bit more control. I like to be able to see the variable wattages or temperatures I'm outputting. Plus I like to have a little bit of warning when my battery's about to go dead. So someone that's a bit more of an experienced vapor, you may see this as a step down, but this is right in line with those Kanger sub-VOD sub batteries that they've got out right now. And you know I'm a big Kanger fan, so if I'm rating this with the Kanger stuff, you know it's good. And I hadn't gotten a single dry hit from this thing, and I have been puffing on it a good bit. I've had to, again, fill it once already because it all leaked out, but I mean, again, I had this at the tip top earlier, and it's still trucking along. Well, inside the box, you're also gonna get an extra coil head, which we'll go over those in a minute. And in here you get your micro USB cord for charging your device, like so. You also get a nifty little vape band to go around the tank. And you get some extra replacement parts. Like this, that's that little washer I was showing you at the top of the tank for filling it. And it's also got a tiny little clear O-ring for the base and some other black O-rings that you can replace out for the clear ones that are on there. And in the very bottom of the box, as always, you're going to get your authentication card. You'll be able to scan these QR codes, and I believe it actually lets you know it's authentic. I honestly don't know with the SMOK stuff, but I would assume that's why it's there. But as always, anything branded SMOK, Aspire, Kanger, anything, it is 100% genuine here at My Freedom Smokes. And lastly but not least, don't throw it away. It's your instruction manual. This thing is gonna save your life, okay? If you run into issues, always check your manual. It's full of helpful information. The grammar may be a bit off due to translations, but it's always gonna be able to give you the information you need. So about the coils, this one right here it's actually one of the 0.25, I believe it's a temp control coil. It is a stainless steel dual coil, and inside I've got the 0.3 micro fuse Clapton, and I really like that Clapton coil. I know someone else in the office was trying these coils, and they also said it was really good. But for this specific setup, if you're using it right out of the box, I do recommend the 0.3 Clapton coil because it really does give you that great flavor. So that's really about it with the new SMOK mod. If you have any other questions about this, or if you think we should bring it in, let us know in the comment section. But until next time, thank you for vaping.